Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple player props I like on Prizepicks for today's NBA slate on Friday, February the 10th. We do have a massive slate tonight, 11 games, so there is going to be plenty to like today. At the time I'm making this video, a lot of the props are posted for a lot of teams. It is the day after the trade deadline, so there are kind of some uncertainties. With certain teams, are players going to be eligible to play for their new teams? Stuff like that. For the most part, I think a lot of the guys that got traded yesterday will not play for their new teams. Usually it takes at least like a day or two before they become eligible to play. But it should be an interesting slate. A lot of games, a lot of props to choose from. We still don't have like a ton of fantasy score props up right now. I think there's only like 3 games posted for fantasy score, and you guys know that like fantasy score is my favorite stat to look at. So I'm not going to talk about any fantasy scores yet, but I'll definitely have some more plays posted on Patreon for today. Once the full fantasy score board is up, I'll share some plays over on Patreon. But I got 2 picks I do like for today to give you guys kind of a 2-pick entry to play early on in the day. It is Flex Friday, and for today's promo, you do get a $20 risk-free flex play. So your first flex play placed after 10:30 Eastern Time is risk-free up to $20. Now in this video, I'm only going to give out 2 picks. So if you play these 2 picks together, it's just 2-pick power entry. So that won't be risk-free. But if you do make a flex play, whether it's 3, 4, 5, or 6 picks, you do get, it is risk-free up to $20. So if you put $20 on it and you lose, you get that $20 back in promo funds tomorrow. And what I usually like to do is I'll usually take the picks I give out in this video, combine the picks I give out on Patreon, put them all together. Usually it'll be 5 or 6 picks total, and I'll put that as a flex entry. That'll be kind of my risk-free flex entry. So I'll be posting that later on Patreon. Again, if you guys want more Prizepicks plays from me, check out the Patreon link down below in the description. But before we do talk through these 2 plays for today, I do want to recap our plays from yesterday. So yesterday we gave out 2 picks. We hit one, but we missed one. We did hit the over on Spencer Dinwiddie's fantasy score. Spencer Dinwiddie had a really good game in his Nets debut. Thought his fantasy score projection was definitely too low with the role that he was going to have with the Nets right out of the gate. And he had a really big role, put up like 51 fantasy points, and we only needed 31 from him. So big game from Dinwiddie. Unfortunately, though, Torrey Craig did not go over his fantasy score, but man, I don't regret that play at all. You look at the box score, you look at the minutes. Torrey Craig played the most minutes on the team yesterday. I think he played 34 minutes, and he had like 12 fantasy points in 34 minutes. I mean, he was definitely he was doing a lot of cardio. He wasn't really contributing a ton, but the minutes were there. That's the whole reason I wanted to play that prop, because I knew with no Mikal Bridges, with no Cam Johnson, no Devin Booker, no Dario Saric, they were so thin at the wing. Like they had to play Torrey Craig a ton, and he played a ton of minutes, just wasn't very productive. Yesterday was like his worst game of the season when he's played over 30 minutes. He's played over 30 minutes in like 15 games this season, and yesterday was the worst game he's ever had when he played over 30 minutes. So that was just super, super annoying, but I would definitely take that bet again, even though it didn't come through for us. I felt really good about that Torrey Craig play, but hopefully we can bounce back today, guys. Hit both these plays for Friday. Make sure you guys, as always, hit that like button. If you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you are new to Prizepicks, if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up with my promo code NOAH. You will get your first deposit matched up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. Obviously, Prizepicks has a Flex Friday promo they're running for today. They also have a free square available for NFL. They have Patrick Mahomes passing yards set at 0.5. This is available until it looks like midnight Saturday. So you have a little bit, over 36 hours to get this prop in. It's not available till kickoff, but it is available until Saturday at midnight. So definitely take advantage of this free square. For the Super Bowl, I do plan on making a video for the Super Bowl, giving out some picks I like. That'll probably go up either Friday night or sometime on Saturday. So if you guys are going to be watching the Super Bowl, which I'm sure a large majority of you are, and you want some Prizepicks plays to play, I will have a separate video posted either, again, Friday night or Saturday, sharing some plays I like for the Super Bowl on Sunday. So check out that video and definitely take advantage of that Patrick Mahomes free square. It is available until Saturday night. If you guys aren't playing on Prizepicks, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's talk through this big slate, man. 11 games, got 2 props I like for today. We're going to focus on some of these late night games. First play I like is going to be a points prop, and I want to talk about Brandon Ingram's points prop. It sits at 24.5 on Prizepicks, and I do like the over here for Brandon Ingram. We've seen Brandon Ingram take on a really big role lately without Zion Williamson, and now that Brandon Ingram is fully healthy, I feel like this line is a little bit too low. I know the matchup against Cleveland is not great. Cleveland's a pretty good defensive team. They play at a really slow pace. But still, Ingram is going to get a ton of usage. He's going to be one of the lead guys on offense, if not the lead guy on offense. He's been, just taking a ton of shots lately. You look at his game log over these last 5 games, and really since he's come back from injury. 18, 22, 17, 20, 28, and 18 shot attempts. So he shot the ball at least 18 times in all 6 games since his return from injury. In some of those games, he only played like 26 minutes. He played 26 minutes against Minnesota. He played just 29 minutes against Washington. Well, over their last 4 games, he's pretty much played full minutes. He played 33 against Denver, 36 against Dallas, 32 against the Lakers, and 36 against Atlanta. The game against Denver obviously did not score the ball that well, but he also shot just 5 for 17 in that game. The game against Washington, he came up just short, but he also only played 29 minutes, and he shot the ball 8 for 22. But the last 3 games, he's actually started to make shots. He's shot the ball pretty well, and he's played full minutes too, and we've seen him score 27, 35, and 30 points. And you look at his usage this season without Zion, he's been super productive, 32% usage rate, which leads the team, averaging 25 points per 36. And if you look over their recent games, like over their last 5 or 6 games, his usage rate's been super, super high. Last 5 games, Brandon Ingram's usage rate sits at 33.1%. Over their last 3 games, so over this 3-game stretch where he's been really productive, he's had a 36% usage rate in those 3 games. He's really been dominating the usage. CJ McCollum, for example, has had just a 24.5% usage rate. So the offense has really been running through Brandon Ingram lately. The shot volume's been amazing. The matchup might not be the best, but I think this line kind of already factors that in. I feel like if this was a different matchup, let's say against like the Spurs or the Pistons, his line would probably be like 27.5 or something like that. But because it's against Cleveland, we're getting sort of a lower line. But I don't really get too worried about matchup when it comes to star players. These guys can put up big games against anyone. So Brandon Ingram to score 25 points. I like his chances of doing that just with how many minutes he's getting now that he's fully healthy, with the usage he's had without Zion, the shot attempts as well. Really all the boxes are checked. Matchup might not be the best, but again, I don't get too worried about that for a guy like Brandon Ingram. So 24.5 points. Give me the over here for Brandon Ingram as our first pick for today. And then the other pick I like is going to be a points and assist prop. And I want to talk about Terrence Mann. So his points plus assist is sitting at 15.5 on Prizepicks. I do like the over here as well. And the reason I like this prop is that the Clippers, they're going to be pretty short-handed tonight. You look at some of the trades they made recently. They did trade away a lot of key guys, like key rotation guys. They traded away Reggie Jackson. John Wall was not playing, but he got traded away as well. They also traded away Luke Kennard. And then a lot of the guys that they acquired from the trade deadline, it doesn't seem like they're going to play. So Eric Gordon is unlikely to play. Mason Plumlee is unlikely to play. And Bones Highland is unlikely to play. So the guys they traded away are obviously no longer on the team anymore. And the guys that they acquired from the trade deadline, it doesn't seem like they're going to play. Plus, Kawhi Leonard is also out for today. So they're missing a lot of guys. They're missing a lot of their key point guards. And Terrence Mann has been starting at point guard lately. He's expected to start at point guard tonight. Obviously, playing with Paul George, playing with, when he does play with Kawhi, his usage is not going to be that great. He's not really a high usage player anyway, but you do take Kawhi Leonard off the floor, and that will open up plenty of usage. And you look at the other guys around Terrence Mann, it's, Nicholas Batum, Marcus Morris, Ivica Zubac. These are not like super, super high usage guys. So even though Terrence Mann is not a super high usage player himself, I think this is a spot where he will definitely be able to produce more than he normally would. You look at some of the games he's played without Kawhi this season, like some of them are really good, some of them are not that great, but there's also been games where he's like not played a ton of minutes. But you look at like the last 6 games without Kawhi where he's played at least 30 minutes. He's gone over this line in every single game where he's played at least 30 minutes. He played 30 minutes against Utah without Kawhi. It put up 17 points plus assists. Played 30 minutes against Denver, put up 21 points plus assists, 16 points, 5 assists. Against Cleveland, 30 minutes, 21 points plus assists. Against Golden State, 33 minutes, 19 points plus assists. Against Phoenix, 34 minutes, he had 26 in that game. And then against Indiana, 38 minutes, he had 19 in that game. So he's gone over this line in all 6 games where he's played at least 30 minutes without Kawhi. Some of the games where he's gone under have been like, there's been games where he's played like 20 and 21 minutes and 22 minutes, but I don't think his minutes are going to get cut down like that, just given how shorthanded this Clippers team is. And you look at their bench, like they don't really have a ton of guys that you're really worried about playing. like that you would worry would close like over Terrence Mann, because you look at like pretty much besides Norman Powell, I don't see any of these bench guys getting a ton of minutes. Brandon Boston, Moses Brown, Amir Coffey, Robert Covington. For one, these are all like bigs. I mean, the only guards they have on their bench are Brandon Boston, Norman Powell, if you consider him a guard, Amir Coffey, and then Preston. And like, I don't think Preston's really going to play much. I don't think Amir Coffey's going to play much. I don't think Brandon Boston's going to play much. So Terrence Mann should have to play a lot here. We've seen the Clippers be fine to play him like huge minutes. There's been plenty of games this season where Terrence Mann has played like 40 minutes. He played 41 against Houston. He played 41 against Dallas. He can play huge minutes if he has to. I think they're going to want his defense. He's a decent defender. I think they're going to want his defense out there against Drew, against Giannis, even though he's kind of undersized compared to Giannis, but definitely against Drew, against Middleton. He's going to have the ball in his hands as kind of the primary point guard, even though I do expect Paul George to handle the ball a lot. I still think Terrence Mann should be able to dish out some assists. He does have the second highest assist percentage on the team this season when you take John Wall, Kawhi, Reggie Jackson, and Luke Kennard off the floor. Terrence Mann has a 23.3% assist percentage, which is second highest on the team behind Paul George, who has a 26.3% assist percentage. And per 36, with all those guys off the floor this season, Terrence Mann averaging 12.2 points and 6 assists per 36. So he's averaging 18.2 points plus assists in the games, or not in the games, but in the minutes that he's played without, all those guys who are out today. So that's the second prop I do like for today. I know it's not, it's not fun to bet on guys like Terrence Mann and Torrey Craig, but I'll be honest, when it comes to like player props, the easiest money to be made is on like role players. Betting on star players is actually like, it's not like the most profitable in my opinion at least, it's not the most profitable strategy for player props. I know people love to bet on star players and just like play, Luka over points, Steph Curry over points. I know people love to do that, but those are some of the sharpest lines and some of the toughest lines to beat. You can definitely find a bigger edge looking at some of these role players who are going to be looking at increased roles, and those are some of the props that I like to attack personally. I know it didn't work out for a guy like Torrey Craig yesterday, but hopefully it works out for today for Terrence Mann. I feel really good about his minutes being strong. Hopefully he can get there with points and assists, whether that means 12, 13 points, 2, 3 assists, whatever, however he gets there. I think he'll in the end he'll probably go over 15.5 points plus assists, just with the ball handling he's going to have as their primary point guard and some scoring opportunities without Kawhi and with a lot of these high usage players off the floor. So this is what I'm going to be rolling as a kind of an early 2-pick entry for today, guys. Going to be playing these 2 picks together as a 2-pick, but I will be playing more picks today over on Patreon. I will be playing at least probably like a 5 or 6 pick flex entry for my $20 risk-free play, and I will be sharing that entry over on Patreon. If you guys want to check that out, it's always linked down below in the description. But I hope you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos. I hope they do help. Make sure you hit that like button if you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And go check out Prizepicks as well. If you are not signed up for Prizepicks yet, use that promo code NOAH when you sign up. Get your first deposit matched up to $100. But good luck on this Friday night slate, guys. Hope you guys all enjoy your weekend. Not sure yet if I'm going to have an NBA video up for Saturday or not. Probably won't make one for Sunday because I think there's only like two NBA games Sunday, and they're both early games. But I think we do have a good amount of games on Saturday, so I might make an NBA video for Saturday. But I definitely will have a video up for the Super Bowl. That'll go up either Friday night or sometime Saturday. Check that out if you are interested. But again, good luck, guys. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.